Oh, hello. Welcome to my first ever Gamedev stream. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I just never got around to doing it. So now that I have the entire summer basically free, I figured this is the best time to get started. And I got some new streaming hardware too, so this should hopefully be pretty good. I'll be working on Gridle today. Some of you might have played this before on the web, but you may have also seen that this is a game I plan to release fully on Steam. So there is a beta out on the web, and then we have this development roadmap that I'm working towards the full Steam release. Currently, I'm kind of in the start of the roadmap. I have the basic inventory system implemented, and I also want to do the minigames now as soon as possible. You may see in the title that there's a party orb I'm working towards. That's what you can see here in the bottom. The plan is that they will work similar to, I think they're called sugar lumps in Cookie Clicker. After you unlock them from the rebirth, you sort of start getting them passively over time, like I think it's every 24 hours or something like that. With them, you can sort of apply them to one individual class, which will permanently boost that class, as well as unlock a minigame for the class. And then the plan is you can play those minigames to gain items that will go towards the support classes, unlocking and upgrading the new support classes that I plan to add. Right. I do believe I have some sort of system implemented already for the party orb. I did this before going on a short vacation, so it's I need to refresh my memory a bit. But yes, we have see here, last party orb claim. Yes, we saved the time that you claimed the last one, and we do save the amount, right? And then I have basic add, remove, reset functions. Yeah, I believe this should work. If I do recall correctly. Yeah, I think I did have it. Oh, that is loud. I'm so sorry. I think I even have the skill for it, yeah. Faster. 16 hours is the shortest time between. Let's see. And obviously need to make some icons for it. That's a placeholder. Alright, so what happens when we buy those? Let me see here. Got the knowledge. Party orb. Party orb instance, set hours, right. Where is that? Set hours here. So we just set that, right? I was still ready. Yeah, I think this is fully implemented actually. It's just this thing that needs to be done, if I recall correctly. Party orb display. Yeah, this is not implemented at all. It just displays the current amount, and that's about it. So what we do want further is for this little icon to be clickable. Obviously, this is also a placeholder sprite. Let's see here. Yeah. We want this to, I think, yeah, I really like how it's done in Cookie Clicker, where it kind of grows, and once it's ready to be taken, it's really big, basically. Maybe we want to do something like that. I also, real quick, gotta check to make sure the stream is actually working properly. I also, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Let's add a clickable. And then obviously we need to communicate between these two classes. Orb ready, we have that function, right? Why is that not? It's the wrong casing. My bad. Right. That's all it does. The thing is, this is this can get called in any scene, is the problem. Like if you're in a rebirth scene, yeah, then this can be called. So we don't want to call something in this, in the actual display, because that is only in the game scene from the party orb. We probably need to do a subscribable event sorts. And how do you do that again? This private, no, it needs to be public. Delegate void. I usually just call, I think there's probably a better way to do this, like define the actual delegate functions, but I've always defined them in the same class. Let me see, unclaimable changed, like that. And then we want to call it here. For some reason, this is making me go insane. VS Code really wants to jump these down a tab every time I do something. And I don't know why, it's super frustrating. Anyways, unclaimed change, we just want to invoke that. And then obviously we want to do the same wherever we change this. So here, claim orb. And I guess here, check ready. I guess this is what we call when, yeah. Ready to claim, but this should, then we should just call already. There. So we got that, and we'll just add or subscribe to that event then. Unclaimable changed, and then obviously we need to make a new method. Orb name changed. Right. Then we gotta unsubscribe on the destroy method, and it's, I gotta find the actual problem or the setting that's causing this. It's super frustrating. All right, so now this is going to get called automatically every time we actually change the claimable state of the orb. So we gotta check first if it I guess I could pass that boolean through the subscribe method. I think that's better. Not boolean, sorry. State. And we just do this. I think that's cleaner, probably. Yeah. So maybe I want to grow the image once it's claimable, but for now I think the cleanest way would just be to hide it. Like, no, wait. Maybe we could animate it a little bit. Because obviously this also shows the amount of party orbs that you have. And if we hide it, then it's kind of doesn't really make sense. So maybe if we just animate it like a little bit like that. Wait, I gotta anchor this to the middle. Sound like this. Once it's ready to get claimed. I think that's, yeah, probably what I want to do. Party orb ready. Oh, that is way too much. Whoa. Obviously I gotta tune this, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, it works, yeah. And it's, yeah, you can clearly see that it's ready to get claimed. I think this is fine for now. And that is the wrong animation. We can make an either make an idle animation or just right. Yeah, I guess. Because I want it to be obviously no rotation when it's not ready. And I don't really know the best way to do this. Like in my past titles, I have just made one active animation and one idle and jumped between them. But when it's a static image, it feels wrong to make an idle animation when there's nothing to animate really. And it doesn't seem like no, toggling the animator on and off doesn't snap it back. If that makes sense. Party orb ready. I'll just make an idle animation for now. Party orb idle. And we literally just animate the rotation from 0 to 0. Like that. If it works, I guess. We need to... It's gotta be a boolean. Ready to claim. If it's ready to claim, then I want to jump to the ready animation. No transition duration, no exit time. Yeah, and then we gotta make a transition back if ready to claim is false, obviously. No transition duration, no exit time, and there we go. Now we replace this with the animator, or it's gotta be animator, yeah. Set bool. What was it? What do we call it? Ready to claim. Claimable. Think that's gotta be it. There we go. Let's see here. It should. God, it's so loud. I don't really know why it's not even It's not saving the settings. Hold up, let me open the mixer here. Turn the volume down. There we go. Right. So how do we test this way? I guess I could force it to be look. Jump down the curly brackets. I hate it. Yeah, I guess I can just call orb ready for now during the start method to test it out. No, that didn't do it. Okay. Let me see. Oh, right. I'm not... Wait. I think I might be hiding the display if you have 0 party orbs. Let's see here. Or what? Why is it being... Yeah, there's something doing that, obviously. Are we doing it here? No. It's quite odd. Let's see. Yeah, it's being hidden for some reason. So something is toggling at it. And I'm not sure what that is. So we just have the party orb display, right? Currency changed. So why is it? Here. I knew there was something messing with it. Update displays. So we set it to 0, or we hide it if we have 0 and it's not claimable, and we do that in the start method. That is no, that is not good. Let's just not hide it for now. There. Now we got 0 of them. But it should be claimable. Or subscribing in start, that's not good. Because then, basically, in Unity you have different startup methods, and they get executed at different times. So since we're calling orb ready, and we're subscribing in the same startup method, what could happen is the orb gets claimable before we actually subscribe, and then we never get the callback method. So by changing the subscription to be done in awake, which is always called before start, it should hopefully start working now. Let's see. Yes, now it's spinning. Perfect. So that means it's claimable. And then obviously we need to add the actual claim logic. I'm just gonna ignore these things now and let VS Code just reformat stuff. We got a claim method, and that should call party orb claim function. Claim orb. That's going to trigger this, and yeah, it should kind of resolve itself, and it's going to call the currency changed, hopefully. Then we gotta add, and this needs to be a button. I guess I have my own little component called juicy button, which is it kind of scales up and whatnot. I guess I could try that and see how it looks. When we click, we gotta call the claim. I think we're doing the actual claimable check in here. No, we're not. That is if can claim. Obviously, we gotta do that first. Ready to claim, and now it's still ready. Right, this check is to actually make sure that we have the knowledge for the party orb unlocked, because by default hours till ready is set to 0. No, -1. Oh, that's even better. Yeah. And once you actually start purchasing this knowledge, it actually sets it to the hour values. So for the first one it's 24, and then it goes down to 22, 20, 18, 16. So that's what that check does. Right. Hopefully now you should be able to claim it. But yeah, as you can see, it kind of scales up now, even when I just hover over it. And okay, it's something happened. Nope. Oh right, yeah. Obviously this check fails because I don't have the knowledge purchased. So let me just, I was already set it to 1, so that it's a value larger than 0, and now it should be claimable. There we go. And obviously I can't claim anymore, and then in an hour it should actually be claimable once again. Last claim, yep, we set it to the daytime now, and we invoke, yeah. So this should work. And hopefully it saves as well, the amount. Yes, it does. Perfect. Then we want to use this to upgrade a class in the party. And once you have upgraded a class, at least one time you unlock a minigame for it. My plan is for the night minigame to be sort of like a platformer, maybe. A small platformer minigame. The Archer and Mage, I have some hints of ideas, I guess, but I'm still not super sure what to do for their minigames. So I would love to get suggestions on that. Basically, you do the minigames and you earn items. I guess I showcase. There's not much to showcase, I guess, but this is the inventory basically. And these, of course, have the juicy buttons. Same way, yeah, I think I changed all of these to be the good buttons. I'm really confused as to why the settings are not being saved. We are saving some setting data, but I guess we're not actually doing anything with it, would be my guess. Let me see here. What is this? All the scripts? What? No. Oh, right. What? Where was I then? That was weird. Oh, I think I was in the search bar, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Here, data persistence. Uh, setting data. Load, save. Yeah, here. That's data handler. Save settings. I guess that's it, maybe? Yeah, not sure why I hadn't done that before. Alright, so I turned down the music and the sound. And I boot it up again. Nope, that didn't work. Quick save. Settings. Is it saving? It is saving. It is actually saving a settings save file. So the question is, load settings. If is equal to no. We create a new one. We call save game. Yeah, all right. Well, if I let the auto save run for a bit, maybe. But I shouldn't. Oh, that didn't fix it. That's strange. I'll have to look into that further, I guess. Right, so the party orb. Now the question is, what is the best way to actually make it so you can apply it to a class? Because obviously you click on this to claim it. Right, maybe if you click on it when it's not claimable, you get a pop-up. I think that's the best, kind of explaining what it is and allowing you to apply it to a class. I think that might be the best way to go about it. So I have to... Let me see here. We got this, the universal panel that I use in Gridle. 750. Let's do 750 divided by 2. 375. That's perfect. I think the shadow is at bottom. I think that's, yeah, bottom right. And then I do the highlight. The top left. That is not the correct one. No, it's not. It's that one. Shadow. Highlight. That is not how you spell highlight. Oh, maybe maybe it was. My bad. And the shadow I need to change. Right. We gotta match the colors. Do the shadow like that, and we do the highlight like that. Perfect. So that's the basic panel setup. Oh, right. Am I using... I think I did a mistake in this project. Yes, I'm using normal text. Why? That is no good. But I think maybe I swapped up the... Or I made it into a Text Mesh Pro font, maybe? Yeah, I did. Okay. Text Mesh Pro, basically, if you don't know, it's more dynamic text component. It allows you to have auto size, a bunch of shadows. It gives you much more just freedom with text component. I think even in the newer versions, normal text is, yeah, it's legacy. It's not even recommended to use anymore, I guess. So let's see here. Maybe we'll do a big header to start. Party orb. Perfect. And then we'll do a little cute image. I guess we'll do the apple still for now. But maybe... Alright, I'll just try this and see. Title, icon. We'll make this... Pick up the bottom part like this. Perfect. 36, yeah. Maybe we'll do 48. I think that's better. Use the party orb to permanently boost the class. Boost one of your classes. Once class has been boosted at least once, I guess. No, that doesn't sound right. Once a class has been boosted for the first time, I guess. Okay. That class will be unlocked. Playable. And then the question is, how do we actually display the classes, like the choices? Teacher Eduardo, hi, welcome. I think I have... Which one is it? There is the, not the assign panel. The autocast. Where is that? Like the one, I'll just show it in game, I guess. No. How do we... Where is it? Ah! Oh, here. It's the last one, of course. If we go into skills, autocast here. Oh, I can't even open it because I don't have the knowledge. Tell me more about this project. Seems lovely. Thanks. Yeah, this is it's an incremental game where you you manage a party, or like an RPG party, to fight waves of enemies for you. It's out. It's available, an early version on Crazy Games for free, and then I'm working on to release it fully on Steam, so I'm adding new features currently. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty numbers go up and up. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Party. Okay, let's see here. Here, yeah, right. This is how I did it on the autocast, but this one displays a bit more. Let me see, can I just turn it on? Yeah, okay, perfect. This obviously displays for each skill of each of the classes. But something like this, I think, would be the cleanest, I guess. There's a game there called Italian Brain Rot Simulator. Yeah, I know, it's some of the games on there are pretty wacky. Let's see. So if I add like a sub panel underneath this, and I do not want it to be overlaying. How do I gotta open the sign panel again and see how oh right, I'm put it inside of it. Okay, I guess I could do that. Yeah, this probably works better. If I let's see, pop it down 75 maybe. That gives me too little space though, and I feel like doing this makes it too tight, but that's just because of the icon. So if I doesn't really need to be that big. I could, yeah, I guess this is fine. There. And then we do something like this. I think that's the same color. Nope, it is not. It is much darker on the other one. There. And of course we want to use this little universal panel again, like that, I guess. I'm just testing the game, and is it intended for a single click to trigger effects more than once? Do you mean, which effect do you mean? Are we talking about just like healing and damaging enemies? Because no, that's not, a single click is meant to do it once. That's weird. Yes, cursor damage and heal. That's I never had someone have that issue. I'm not sure what's causing that. It might be the web, like Crazy Games input acting up quite consistently more than once. That's that's strange. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, I'm not sure what would cause that actually. Clicking once and long pressing. Let me test that. Just so you're just holding, I guess. No. I mean, I guess it could have to do with my best bet would be something with the web, like WebGL input or something. But I'm not sure at all what could be causing it, actually. It shouldn't be. Most likely shouldn't happen on standalone builds. Right. Party orb usage. So we name this to the class display, I guess. We want to have it as a horizontal layout group because that component automatically aligns all the child objects properly. So if I have a bunch of objects, you can see it aligns them automatically. We want to center them. Yeah, I think that's it. We don't want to do child force expand because I want control over the spacing, something like that. I love loopholes, yeah. The perfect loophole for a clicker game. Party slot. Alright. I guess. Yeah, let me check the assign panel again. We have this. So this is a. Here I use a green. I guess that's. Yeah, I guess I could do that and turn it. Have it be red if you don't have any party orbs to use, I guess. How do you feel about people using auto clickers? It's I don't mind it at all. For single player games like this, it's do whatever you want. You can script it or whatever you want. Green for no skill doesn't seem very fitting. Maybe I'll no, green on this one is I can show you. That's just my default image that I do. I dynamically change it. It is not showing the skills anymore. That's weird. But yeah, I change it depending on the status. So they're red. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, for no skill. But that's basically the color code here is if you can actually use it or not, I guess, if that makes sense. You can't click these because you don't have the skills, but you can click no skill, of course. Yellow I think I use for if that skill is already being auto casted on that panel. But maybe I could use a grayish color for the no skill. Maybe that works. Will work better. So we have this one, I guess. I'll use this as a template to go out of. Party orb class slot, I guess. And then we want a text, of course, to be displaying the class. We want this little icon to be the icon of the class, of course. Do I not have? I guess I guess I don't have any. No, I gotta. There's no way. Then what am I using on this? Oh, I just have. Oh, that is horrible. Okay. Attack 0. Great. That is a very descriptive name for the basic knight icon. Oh, it's all of these ones, yeah. I guess I can use this for now. And then we don't want to display another image. We want, I guess, to display the amount of party orbs we have used for this class already. Orbs applied 0. Maybe level, I don't know. want to shrink this a bit. This I want to shrink a lot, I guess. Is that even... Oh, that is not visible. Jesus. Okay. Maybe I don't even need such a descriptive text for this. Maybe it just works fine to display just a number like this, 0, or a LV 0. I think that should be fine, because then we can increase the size of this one to maybe 48. Night, those, yeah. Back to some testing. I think normal enemies should not have their health reset once you were slain by them, because it can come to a point you cannot die prior. You can, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but you can go back previous levels. It might be that you progress to like level 4 and you're being slaughtered right now, but you can go back to like level 2 where they're weaker and farm. Yeah, it takes a while. Oh, level 9, yeah. So kind of half the point is you want to grind, obviously. You want to grind out some levels to a point where you can actually get some idle gameplay going. You usually want a knight at the front with a lot of health regen, and then you just plop a bunch of damage in the back lines, like archers and mages. Yeah, that's a shame. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this... It is more legible, I guess, now. And I would sort of want to make this a little bit larger so it doesn't... So the slots don't cover the entire thingy. Yeah, I think this is fine. So then we want to duplicate these 4 times. 1 for each class. I guess there's 1 for each class currently. And make it a little bit wider, then we can fit all of them without needing a scroll. But there's probably going to be more classes, so a scroll will be necessary eventually. But for now, this is good. You can see them all immediately. Right. A close button. Obviously we want... Do we have any panels that have a close button? They're all being overlaid by this. Here maybe. Yeah. So let's just... what do? We just set it to inactive and play a sound. Game sound playback. Okay. Perfect. We just set this to inactive, and that's about it for the closing mechanism. Party orb, assign panel. An idea, yeah, sure, hit me. go. I guess I'm not really done with this slot because we need a script for it. Obviously, because right now it's just this. There's nothing dynamically changing, and it's clicking it will do nothing. When a companion dies and you kill an enemy, they don't respawn on the next battle. Is it intended? Yeah, right. I do have. That's a good point. I do have auto reassign, but that just does it when your entire party dies. But yeah, that's auto reassign on defeat. I have that. So when your entire party dies, they get replaced. But yeah, that's a good point, actually. That should be done. Let me write that down in my to-do list. No, not currently. This is my first stream, and I'm just streaming on YouTube right now. I mean, I do have a Twitch account, but it's not active. It's the same. It's the same name as about there. Let me see. Balancing. Reassign. Party member when a new battle starts. That is a really good point. That should be done. You can stream on both platforms. Yeah. I'll look into that. I guess it's just I gotta attach the streaming key and it will stream to both. That's a good point. Right. So now we do have this panel. I guess next step would be gotta write code for it. And this is the least, like the coding part that I like the least, writing UI code. It is so much boilerplate, it feels like. Yeah, that's true. I'll look into dual streaming. That's probably a good idea. All right. Skills, status, rebirth, party, inventory information panel. So this is going to be a new folder, I guess. Party orb panel to keep it organized. And we're going to need a party orb panel as well as a party orb slot. This is usually how I do things when it comes to UI coding. When you have this sort of panel with some sub slots usually in it, anything from an inventory panel to a shop panel, I do one sort of parent script that creates the slots, like it instantiates them, and then I have the slots basically just display their individual relevant info. So we're going to need what? I just did some weird keybind, my bad. Slot prefab and a transform to the holder. Guess, yeah. We'll keep a private, or do we need a private reference to them? Is the question. So my thought is when we first open the panel for the first time, that panel needs to instantiate these slots, basically. And then it'll tell each individual slot that you have this class, and then the slot will display the relevant info. The slots will also handle the clicking logic, I think, yeah. So you click the slot, it checks what is my class, and it tells the script. Probably we want to tell the script responsible for that class that, hey, we applied a new party orb to your class. So I don't think we need actually any reference to the created slots. We just need to do it once in Awake, and that would be it. But we do need a list of the classes. Or not. I think I have a class that holds all of them. Because yeah, the more I add individual, it's gonna be weird because I'm going to be mixing up this class like in coding with the party classes. But right, the more we have individual coding classes that holds party classes, then each time I add a new party class, I need to go through an individual one and add it to that coding class, if it makes sense. And I don't want to do that. So I think I do have somewhere a reference to all the party classes. I'm just gonna have to use that instead. Let's see here. Game manager here, maybe. Nope. Party manager, maybe, wherever that is. Where could we have that? Player data, maybe. Party manager here. Party classes. Right, that's better. We just gotta fetch those. Party classes. Party manager instance. It probably has get party members. No, that's not what we want. I want to get them all the possible party classes. Right, we don't have that. I mean, it is a public list. So I guess I could... No. No, that's bad. It's bad coding practice to just access them directly. So I'll do public list, party class, get party classes, and we return a new list copy of the one that we have. Classes like that. And then we can call it from here. So now we have these, and then for each party class in party classes, we want to instantiate a new slot prefab in our little layout group. We save the slot, and then we want to get the party orb slot component of that slot prefab, and then call, what do we want to call the function? Set class, I guess. And we pass the party class. Here we go. It's giving us red because we don't have that function in here. Party class. There we go. And what did we have that was dynamic? We have two text components. Text, the label, the class name, class level, and then we have one image component, which is the icon. It's giving us red because we don't have Unity Engine UI. Go. Right. Let's start by setting the class name to the party class that I think it's label. Nope, it doesn't have that field. Yes, it does. What? Party class. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm setting the component. Yeah. Thing is, this is a mistake I did a lot when I was newer, and obviously still do. This is a reference to a text component. It basically references. Let's see here. That's a text mesh pro. It references this entire thing. And so obviously you can't just set this thing to a string. You need to access the actual text field of it, because there's lots of things you can change in this component from code. But usually you just change the text. We're getting an error. Oh, that's because I didn't save it probably after changing. Yeah. Perfect. I think I might probably wrap the stream up here, because I've got a lot of things I need to do before tomorrow. But yeah, I think this went pretty good. That's my first stream. Hopefully I'll have lots of more time tomorrow, and I'll probably be working much more on the party orb. I'll post an announcement in my Discord. Factorio Factory. Yeah, it's that's what we gotta do. Yeah, I'll post a new announcement tomorrow on my Discord. I'll probably start streaming a bit earlier than today. So yeah, I guess I'll hopefully see some of y'all tomorrow. All right, thank you.